Jesus answered, "It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. Amen. Hello friends. Today I'm bringing you how to make a sweet dish this time. And it's a very famous one that everyone loves. When they go to the Middle East, they want to go ahead and eat it the first thing. It's made out of farina, and this is the brand that I normally buy. You can buy the one in the supermarket as well. It has, I think, in the cereal section with a kid on it. But I buy this from the supermarket, and you can buy any brand that you want. And all we're gonna use is pretty much make sure that the cup that you're gonna measure is the cup that you're gonna measure everything with. Like if I'm using this cup right here, this mug, I'm gonna measure everything that I need for this recipe with the same cup. That's number one. So all I need is to do the liquid part of this recipe, and then I'll do the dry part by itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the liquid part on the stove on a low heat, not between low and medium heat. And it's consisting of caramelizing the sugar. I would say about you could say about 1/3 cup sugar, 1/3, a 3/4 cup milk, half a cup ghee. Do you remember the video that I made how to make ghee? So I'm using the ghee that I melted the other day. So I'm using half a cup. So 1/3 cup sugar, and the sugar that I usually use is organic cane sugar. I don't like to use the white sugar. Anything that's white, pretty much I stay away from. If it's white flour, white sugar, I like to buy things the way God intended to be. This is unrefined, vegan friendly. And it reminds me of the sugar that's in Egypt. I remember this is the sugar that we always use, the organic cane sugar. I use that in everything, my recipe, my beverages. So this is the sugar that I use. So I'm gonna go ahead and caramelize the 1/3 cup of sugar, along with I'm gonna use also 2 tablespoons of water. I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of water, and then I'm gonna put the ghee and the milk together, and I have them on the stove. And then I'll come back and show you how to do the dry part. So I have a small pan like this on my stove top. Then I'm gonna start putting in the 1/3 cup of sugar. Remember, I'm caramelizing it. And then I'm gonna put the 2 tablespoons of water. And then I am going to stir it. Once it started to get the caramelization, remember, don't burn it. Just make sure that if anything sticks at the bottom, I like to take it out. I am using the smallest burner on my stove. keep stirring it until it gets the color of your choice. As you can see here, it started to get the color that I want, the caramelization. This is the color that I want. Now I'm gonna put in the milk or the ghee in this case. I know that the sugar started to harden because the milk was cold, but that's okay, it's gonna melt back again. So after I added the milk and the ghee, I added 2 tablespoons of honey, any honey of your choice. I use this honey. So I added 1, now I'm adding another tablespoon, sorry. Just make sure everything is blending together. Make sure that the sugar is dissolved completely with the milk and the ghee and the honey. And this is the color of the liquid that we need for the farina dish, sweet dish. So many uses farina as a cereal, but in the Middle East we use it for sweets. So I'm gonna let it cool after I make sure that everything is blended, incorporated together. Gonna do the dry part of the dish. Here's my dry ingredient. You're gonna use 2 cups of semolina, the one that I showed you earlier, which is farina, 2 cups farina or semolina, on 2 tablespoons of coconut. If you don't like coconut, you don't have to, but it brings it out more if you put coconut. So I put 1 and I'm putting the other one. And a quarter teaspoon of baking powder. And that's all you need. Just stir them together like this. And then I'm gonna put in, after the liquid got cooled a little, I'm gonna put it into the dry ingredient, and then make sure that you have a tray, round or a rectangle like this, I greased it with some ghee, so I can lay the batter there. And I already have a preheated oven at 350 degree Fahrenheit. So let me show you how you can mix both and put it on the tray. So I'm gonna put the liquid that we made on our farina right here, and then we'll mix them like that. Remember, the same cup that you use for your farina cup is the same one that you're gonna use all along. Make sure everything is all incorporated like that. stir it too much so it doesn't really get stiff. Just make sure that everything is incorporated. We're not kneading anything, or I just want to make sure that each grain of the farina gets the liquid within. So as you can see here, now I'm gonna put it into my greased tray right here. Just wanna stir it one more time. That. And then I'm gonna put it into my. See how nice the caramelization of the sugar gives it a really good color. And then I'm gonna just put it into my tray right here. After I place the batter into my tray, my grease tray, I decorated with some almonds on the top. You don't have to if you don't like. If you want to keep it plain, you don't have to decorate it, but I usually like to decorate it with some kind of nuts that I have, whatever you have. Now I'm gonna put it into a preheated oven. I would say it shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and bake it. While the farina is being baked in the oven, I'm gonna start doing the syrup that I'm gonna after it comes out from the oven, when it's very hot, I'm gonna soak it with some of the syrup that I'm making. Is 2 cups of sugar. Again, measure the same cup that you used all along with 2 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of honey. I already put the 2 tablespoons of honey, so I'm just gonna put in the water and leave it to boil not more than 2 minutes. So I put 2 cups of sugar on 2 cups of water. I put 2 tablespoons of honey and vanilla to give it kind of a good flavor. And also I'm gonna add some ghee. Like that. I don't have to stir it. And once it started to melt, I'm gonna squeeze some lemon, a few drops of lemon. Like I would say 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. After I see it started to boil. While it's boiling, remember we're not gonna make it thick syrup. It's a thin syrup, a thin one. Liquidy, because you don't want to make it thick. For this kind of dessert, you want to make the sugar syrup not thick. So we're just gonna let it to dissolve together and bring it to a boiling point up to 2 minutes, and then we'll close on it. But make sure it's hot and the farina hot, so we can soak the syrup onto our baked farina, so it can have a very soft texture. This is how our baked farina looks after it came out from the oven. I would take between 15, it took about 18 minutes, as you could see here. And now I'm gonna, while it's hot, also I'm gonna use the syrup that's I just closed on it, and I'm gonna start pouring it on the it should take the whole entire quantity. after I soak it into the syrup, I'm gonna close on it. And leave it for until it absorb all the syrup. Guys, so this is how our dessert farina looks like. You see how the pieces looks caramelized and very soft. If you go and if you, I'm gonna show you how soft this is. See how nice this is, just like you buy from the store in Egypt, and very juicy and very caramelized. It's really, really good. You see how nice this is, and very soft. So and it can stay at room temperature. It's not gonna go bad because of the ghee and the syrup. It's like a natural preservative. I hope that you enjoyed my basbousa or the farina dessert. Thank you for tuning in.